In a world where ordinary men can excel doing ordinary things, this man has single-handedly lowered the bar. From the scrambled mind that brought you Mad Madness and Beagle Rare comes this underwhelming Friday night special event. Matt Porter is the Blendigeddon 2 World Champion and the 2020 World's Top Whiskey Taster. Ladies and gentlemen, raise your glass and shake your ass for ADHD Whiskey Live.
Welcome back to ADHD Whiskey, everybody. My name is Matt, and we are live. We are so live here on a Friday night. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I started the stream like 4 minutes ago, and then the intro video was done playing, and then I realized that I didn't go live again. Like I do sometimes. I hit go live once, and then when it gives me the "Are you sure?" question, I forgot to hit go live again. Luckily, I caught it before I was talking to nobody. Son of a bee. That's just the way things work around here. Just a bunch of crap sometimes. What's going on, everybody? Who's in chat? J Max is here. What's happening? Thank you for being here. World's Worst Bourbon Channel. What's up, Gary? Reckless Perspiration is sweating it up. My mom's here. Mom, I love you. Thank you for being in here. Everybody give it up for Bev Porter, everybody. Oh, Mad Kappa's here. Heck yes. Another Gary franchise is in the house. Nice. Nice. Who else we got? Gaspa 911 is here. Sweet Cindy. Cheers, Matt. Cheers, Bev. Cheers, all. Luckily, Weller Special Reserve is sometimes available here in less than $30. Yeah, it's always friggin' everywhere around here right now. The other more difficult, typically, Wellers to get seem to be disappearing. Not as easy to find as they were a few weeks ago, but still here, still around. Mad Cap is eating pizza with, geez Louise. What state are you in? Oh, boy, let's see. Cane syrup, I would say. Let me look at a map. Louisiana? You're in Louisiana? That's my guess. Oh, Reckless says Louisiana as well. Oh, everyone's in Louisiana. If it was a crab, you'd say Massachusetts or Maryland. Yep, Louisiana. Nice. Man, we're good. I've been doing the thing where, what's it called? Late again. Sorry, Kobe. I'm sorry. I love you, though. Nick Foles is here. Did you color your hair or am I tripping? You're not tripping. I did it as a joke for my children, and only one of them has noticed. Only one. What was I saying? Oh, I've been the thing where it shows you a picture and you got to guess where in the world it's at. Been pretty awesome on some of them. Other ones, not great at all. Some ADHD. Right? Hells yeah. My wife's not a big fan. That's okay. Sometimes you got to step outside your comfort zone and not trick your kids. Only one of them. Joke's on you, Blondie. I know. Let's get to drinking. All right, John Berquist, let's get to drinking. Tonight, I have 2 flights. It's going to be fun. I have always said that the best alternative to Weller is another Buffalo Trace product. Most people say that alternatives to Weller, the best ones are like a different wheated bourbon. So I'm putting myself to the test. 2 different flights. Flight 1, wheated bourbons. One of them is Weller. Can I pick the Weller out of the group? Or will it trick me? Will there be an alternative in there that I think is Weller? If there is, then I probably have to take back my statement saying that the best alternative to Weller is another Buffalo Trace product. The second flight I have is 4 Buffalo Trace products. One of them is Weller. Is it easier or more difficult to find the Weller in that or in this? Put my money where my mouth is. Did the kids like it though? Only one of them noticed. Only one of them noticed. So, and she just kind of giggled. So, whatever. We got some music up in here. Some SLB jams. The more I say that, the more everyone's just going to think that I stole their music. So I got to quit saying that. Oh, yeah. Things are sounding so nice now. So nice. All right. Never been very impressed with the Wellers besides WLW. Other than that, just bad pappy. Yeah, they're just, Weller has a unique taste, nothing else like it. It's the Buffalo Trace profile. It's just like a slightly different Buffalo Trace profile. That's the way I look at it. Setting the mood, that's right. But before we get to that, we got to get to 2 things. First of all, oh, do I have a glass? Yeah. For Independent Joe Glenn. Shling. Blind sample. Hopefully this goes better than last week. Focus. Focus. And opening my hand. No spoilers in chat if you can see what it is. If you can't see what it is, we'll find out together at the end. Last week we got something real nasty and it ruined my smelling for the rest of the live stream. I did, however, choose a Knob Creek single barrel, and it wasn't the one I thought I was going to pick. Going back to the samples, the following day, remember I told you that I thought my kids were sick, so I was worried I was going to get sick. Turns out I haven't gotten sick yet, but I was worried that I was gonna, so I panic mode picked a barrel. I'm like, I need to do this before I can't smell or taste. The highest proof one was actually the best one. After going back to them and blinding them to myself like 3 times, it was, let's see what it is. Hiding it. The one I ultimately chose was, I thought I put it here. Is this it? Yeah. Warehouse X Floor 4, 126 proof. Knob Creek. Lot ID 9/26/2016. All right. Let's get into this wine. Oh, and then there's one bottle I want to take a taste out of because I picked it up the other day and I want to give it a little tasty poo. All right. Here's the blind sample for Independent Joe. Shout out Independent Joe. Everybody knows Joe. If you don't know, here's Joe right here.
Okay, are we going to sit here and argue for every single thing? You're dragging this game out. I mean, you're crying about every single thing.
Yeah. Play the other one.
You guys need to quit crying.
That's Independent Joe. He got his glass. Need to start hoping the sample isn't spoiled, not us spoiling it, right? That's actually a good point. Russell released some 13 on mine yesterday. Was able to snag one. Nice. See, I didn't see the email until later, and then it was like, yeah, sold out, Slowpoke. You ginormous Slowpoke. Quit crying and drink your sample. Oh, man, okay. All right, what is this? Hold on, my computer is starting to breathe hard. So tomorrow, we're leaving early. We're starting our road trip as a family, traveling up to Michigan like we do every summer. Pit stopping in Bourbon, Missouri for a special event thing that we're doing there, special project. But yeah, so the 4 of us, my wife, and 2 kids. We're hopping in the Maverick, and we're gonna drive about halfway tomorrow, somewhere in Kansas, somewhere halfway. And then the next day, we're gonna drive the rest of the way to Bourbon, spend a day there, then ever north on the 1st, and then up to the UP for a week or so, a little over a week. It's gonna be a nice little trip. Hopefully, fingers are crossed. Wish us luck. It's friggin' long ass drive. Am I stressing about it? Yeah, pretty stressed. Pretty friggin' stressed. Big time stressed. The nose on this is reminding me of like a syrup, a really woody syrup. Possibly something double oaked, possibly something rebarreled. Smells like a bourbon, I think. The ryes are sneaky though. The ryes get sneaky. Yeah. Lots of furniture polish, little bit of citrus or orange, little lemon. Yeah. Going into this with medium expectations. It smells good, but there is a little red flag that's like, this might not be your jam. Let's find out. Down the hatch. Wow. Whoa. That. First sip of whiskey for the day. Damn hole. Ooh. It's like TNT in your bottom. Coming out your mouth. Is it that high proof, or am I just really not into like the whole? That tastes very high proof for the. I mean, it could be first sip. First sip of Vitus. Don't want to fall for it. You'll catch first sip of Vitus and start making decisions off your first sip. Don't want to do it. I'm sitting here. That's got to be something that's rebarreled, but it's not in a bad way. It's just kind of like in a good way. Maybe a good rebarreling of something. Yeah. Now there's a little bit of grape jelly on the nose and toast. Oh, it's like one of those purple friggin' jams at the restaurant in the morning that you would go to and put it on your toast, you know? Oh man, the toast note is super strong right now. Yeah, like the bottom of a toaster. Okay, second sip makes me realize I was overreacting in my first sip. Still pretty strong though, still pretty big. That reminds me a lot of like Boulder cask strength. It has a unique kind of profile. It doesn't scream what's the legacy distillery, but it's close. Like in a blind, it could kind of trick you. Boulder cask strength, like a Ben Holiday 1 barrel or something like that. Something along those lines. But there is a tinge of like something that reminds me of it being rebarreled. But that doesn't really matter, because what does matter is the fact that I really like it. If it's rebarreled, congratulations. You did great on that. Final sip, and I'll give it a score. Take a lighter and blow it if it's hot. Whew. Sheesh. My eyes are watering. It's mostly my emotions. The sun in is starting to turn you into a Bond villain's lead henchman. Yeah, that's something, huh? That is something. Really, when the hair light hits it, it really gets bright. Eddie Dingle's here. New Riff Rye for the first time. Sweet. 6-year rye. Hell yeah. What's up, Nashville Mac? Welcome in. Nice to see you here. Oh. I am texting Travis Robeson because I needed to. Is he in here complaining at me? He should be. He should be. Oh boy. Is this 6 year? Damn it. The buzzing. The 6 year new riff. Rye? I thought that there was an 8 year rye. What's the 6 year? What's the 6 year rye? I'm dropping shit. All right. Anyway. Your next release should be called Blondie. Maybe. I can't believe that both girls haven't said anything about Cherry. So here's the thing, and it makes a lot of sense. Carissa was like, how often do they see the top of your head? I'm like, that's actually a solid point. My oldest daughter didn't notice it until I was like at the foot of a bed, like kneeling down at the foot of a bed, and she saw it and she's like, is your hair blonde? I was like, how it took you so long? They don't see the top of my head, I don't think, very often. Which makes sense. Oh man, there is some complexity here. I'm not even convinced that this is a bourbon. That last sip of this, that third sip of that tasted way more like a rye than a bourbon. I think it's a rye. A big, bold, stinky friggin' yummy rye. And Kobe, I read that, and that's BS. That's really good though. 8.5. It's great. That's great. Whatever that is, I love it. That is like really, really great. It is. What the? Corbin Cash Merced Rye? Merced? How do you pronounce that? MERCED. Merced Rye? 9 year single barrel selected by Take. That makes sense. I don't think that might be the first thing I've ever tried that Take has done. 142 proof. That explains my initial reaction. Sample provided by Nathan S. Thank you, Nathan. You son of a bee. That is one hell of a rye. Damn. And then what a way to get the night started. 142 proof. No big deal. I'm gonna have to shut mine. See. I'll leave the ringer on, or like some sort of if my wife needs me, then I know. But then just Travis Robeson with a water boy gif of the guy grabbing his nipples. That's what I needed right now, Travis. Thank you, drinking. Merced. Bad video reception. Is that happening again? Hold on. That cannot happen again. Camera way out of focus. Hold on 1 second. Blurry, little blurry. Blur again. So I got an updated router, and they're supposed to fix everything. It should be good. What can I turn off in this mother? I'm gonna turn off some shit. Turn off my bird's nest camera. I got a bird's nest camera for Father's Day. Haven't seen a single bird yet. The only bird I saw was a dead dove in my front yard. That's not what I wanted to see bird-wise. Matt glazed the focal point with 127 proof. GP hugging. Let's drink some whiskey. All right, let's do it. Let's freaking go. Let's see if it gets better. It should get better. It's got to get better. Load. Speed. Test. What am I looking at? Do it. Speed test says probably friggin' terrible. Oh, I press go. What else is new? I don't know. Oh, I got this bottle. So this is what I want to taste next, and then we're going to get into the Weller blinds. I don't care about the download speeds right now. Don't really care. Well, upload. Go. Go. Oh, I said upload. Oh, whatever. You gotta be shitting me. I've got to have some sort of issue with my computer anyway. I don't know. If it doesn't get better, you can at least swap us with the bird cam. I have not seen the bunny in months. Oh, upload's great. I mean, compared to what it was before, 31. So it might be StreamYard being a biatch. Could be. Is it terrible? No way. Okay, now I'm looking on mine. I'm looking on my phone, and I think I look pretty. I look nice. I look nice. I don't know what you guys are bitching about. Oh wait, maybe there was some sort of an issue. No, everything looks good over here. Oh, it's better? That's good. All right. I saw this the other day in the store, and I picked it up. Now, America, you guys need to tell me, because some of you might know, some of you might not. But this is Rendezvous Rye from High West. And old bottling, but the batch number. Found this in a store the other day. Batch number 18D05, which means what, bottled in 2018 April 2018, sometime in like either 2017 or mid 2018. High West stopped putting Old Barton in their Rendezvous Rye and Double Rye blends and started putting all of their own distillate in there, but they never really changed the label. So it's hard to know what you're buying when you buy it. But I bought it. So if any of you out there are familiar with when they switched over from the Old Barton in the blend, because it was like 16-year Barton and then younger MGP, and then they switched over to their own distillate and MGP, I think. I'm not sure. but it's unclear when that change happened. So I bought this, and now that I'm in my safe space here in the garage, I'm going to taste it. Okay, that smells like a rye. It smells very, very jammy, very... It does not smell young, but it also doesn't smell super, super dark. Based off the nose, I wouldn't think that this would be their distillate, because I think that if it was that, it would be a harsh difference. They could be harsh and young smelling. Let's go in for a taste. 18D05 Rendezvous Rye. $70, by the way. Not bad. That's good. That's really good. Okay. This was before the cutoff. It had to be. It's lower proof. I mean, starting off the night with 142 proof rye really made this taste like a lot of, not a lot, 92 proof. Blend of straight rye whiskeys. That is really good. Very oily and viscous. Very copper. A copper-like taste to it. That's how I describe it, like a toffee and caramel, like burnt sugars. Oh yeah, I like that. You can see your face, it's not the victims band. There's no victims back there. Not a single victim back there. I had a couple 17s and 375 milliliters last year. I thought it was 2016 when they ended that. When is Dan Shook when we need him? Send up the cam signal. It's not a laser code. It was 16 was the last year of Barton Juice. Really? I'm the only one who likes the Burai. No, the Burai is good too. If this is their own distillate blended with MGP or whatever, it's still really good. Yeah, maybe Shook would know. But all the research I did on mine said 2017's for sure, and then sometime in 2018 they stopped putting it in there. But researching anything online now is like everything is really sure about what they're telling you. Nothing's like, you know what, I'm a little unsure. Everything is like, I am so positive that this is the correct answer that you could, you know. And you never know. So it's probably wrong. But no, the Burai is good too. I like the Burai. Miss those old High West finish picks on straight bangers. The cask collection stuff that they do is still pretty good. I got a wine. Which one did I get last year? It was like a... Was it a port barrel or some sort of a red wine finished bourbon that was really, really good. I liked it a lot. It's around here somewhere. But yeah. Man, that is... But then again, rye tends to mature faster than bourbon. So maybe if their distillate was... it doesn't smell young at all, though. Blurry again. Oh, yeah, it is. That is really dumb. Let me try to do this. What can I do? I want to quit that. Cool. Then I want, what else do I want to do? I want to friggin'. What's this? Exit that. Exit that. I'm gonna just stop this shit doing anything it shouldn't be doing. Ugh. What's this? Uploading? Hold on. What? Whoa, whoa, whoa. I think I see a problem here. What is this OneDrive? OneDrive, that has to be the issue. Quit that. This thing called OneDrive was literally uploading. So I transferred my but I don't subscribe to that or anything. I never knew that I had that. But so what happened was I put 2 raw videos from my memory card onto my desktop. And I was editing before this, then I quit everything. And then it's literally uploading a 37 gigabyte file to OneDrive. Which I didn't even no, how about don't do that? Comes with I've got so many things to bitch about with Windows and everything. I never upgraded to Windows 11 or whatever it is. I'm still on Windows 10. And then Premiere Pro tells me today, hey, this new version of Premiere Pro is no longer, it doesn't work with, it doesn't sync with your shit anymore, with your version of Windows. So, well, then why did you update yourself? We were compatible until you went ahead and did that. Why would you do that to make yourself doesn't make sense. Needs the data to replace you with AI ADHD whiskey. Windows 11's fine. The right motherboard for Windows 11. What the hell? May as well sync your drop. I don't have a Dropbox. I have none of that, except for I probably have all of it and don't even know. Change your backup settings. Here's the other bullshit. Remember how I said that before? It kept my search engine kept changing back to Yahoo, even though I'd changed my preferred search engine to Google. Then I'd search something, then it'd go back to Yahoo, and then everyone was like, "You got friggin' malware." Do a malware bites thing, search for malware, do all that stuff. It's like there's nothing there at all. But then it keeps doing it. I'm like, that's bullshit. Then I go in and I'm like, you know what? I'm deleting all of the other search engines that are in here except for Google. Friggin' suck on that. And then just a minute ago, I went to search for whatever the hell I was searching for, and it Yahoo'd it. Damn it. Thrasher's here? Oh, Thrasher's here.
It's Thrasher! Don't touch your penis.
He's here. You're overthinking this. You need a computer girl. I need something. I don't want to ask Jeeves, Gary. Jeeves sounds like Jeeves is so... I'm sure Jeeves is dirty. He's dirty. He's got to be. Your dad got pissed at his computer and took it out to the garage and smashed it to smithereens. My family has no idea what kind of a temper I should have and what type of temper I just hold back and how I really try to monitor myself, because my dad just literally smashes laptops in the garage. He went through so many GPS units because Tom Tom and his friend Tom Tom and their cousin Tom Tom, they all went out the window. And then he met a new GPS named Garmin, and Garmin went out the window, and his cousin Garmin. there are so many GPS units scattered across this great country thanks to my father. Freaking milk, dude. What's milk? All right, I didn't pirate their music, Christian. So after I stopped this whole uploading process, is the video better now? Is this video Kevin scored big at one of our local spots today. Oh man, text me, let me know. I went to one yesterday and they had a CYPB or multiples, but they were in the back, and then she called the manager and the manager said that they weren't for sale. I was like, but she loves me. Now the video's better. Great. Just had to stop it from uploading my entire personal history to some cloud. We figured it out together. Boom! Friggity boom. All right. Here's what we got. This is what we got for this flight. We're trying to find out tonight what the best alternative to Weller is. And the only reason I'm doing this is because I've been meaning to do it for years. Everybody always says that the best alternative to Weller is Maker's Mark or again, Old Fitz or Larceny or like any weeded bourbon that's not Weller. And I've always pushed back and said, most weeded bourbons kind of suck. And the only proper alternative to Weller is another Buffalo Trace product, whatever it may be. So that's what we're doing tonight. 2 flights. First flight here already. We got 6 samples. We're going to go through them. And it's find the Weller. Find the Weller out of 6. Then the second flight is find the Weller out of 4. So this is what we're doing first. Scrolling on the screen. ADHD, thanks for your words 2 lives ago. I did take into considerations. Hells yeah. I'm happy to hear that. And I love you and thank you for being here. Thank you for coming back. And yeah, I just don't want to see anything dumb happen to anyone. Because this is, yeah, But yeah, I appreciate you saying that. And I'm happy to see you back. And yeah. Hells yeah. Boom, friggity boom. Julie, like Wheel of Confusion. Bring it. Ow, that was my knee. Oh. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 6 samples here. On the board, we have 6 weeded bourbons. One of them is a Weller. Oh, shit, I almost friggin' destroyed the whole thing. One of these is Weller Foolproof. One of these is Larceny C923. One of these is Holiday Soft Red Wheat Bottled and Bond. One of these is 1792 Wheat. One of these is Old Fitz Bottled and Bond 7-year. Friggin' stupid skinny decanter. That's like Ozempic. This is Ozempic Old Fitz right there. He must have got the good Ozempic. I got the bad Ozempic. All it did was make me not want to do anything except for eat. And then Maker's Mark cask strength. Age stated is in one of these as well. All right. Oh, it's getting heavy in my hand. Tray tables in their upright positions. And here we go. Oh, look at it. It feels so smooth today. It feels smooth and buttery. All right. Putting these bad bitches down. Uh-oh. Running out of room. Name of the game is Find the Weller. So I'm sitting, let's just, for what do you call it? Hypothetically, I'm at a restaurant and I'm like, I want a Weller foolproof. And the waiter or waitress is like, sure. And then they go back to the bar and the bartender's like, listen, Cody, we are friggin' all out of Weller foolproof, but we have Ben Holiday, soft red wheat, or we have Maker's Mark Castor. We got something. He'll never know. He'll never know. Here, just give him this, and we'll charge him for the Weller. He'll never know. This is a great alternative, and we're gonna play some games with Fat Old Matt, and he'll never know. Well, guess what? I might know. Let's find out. Glass here. That's 100% not a great alternative to Weller. That smells like peanuts and shoes. Oh, wow. Strong peanut, strong shoe funk. I don't even have to taste that. I'm sending it back. Sending it back to the bar right away. Shall I taste it? Let's see if I can just smell them and find out. Second glass. That's not Weller either. Nope. That is pretty heavy on some sticky molasses stuff action here. That is not my sweet, delicious Weller, though. Ugh. 3. We're getting closer. This is sweet. This is nice and sweet. Still kind of funky, though. I don't think that's Weller either. Shit, which ones did I already do? Did I do this one back here? I don't even know. That's why I normally mark them with a number. Oh, wait a minute. Wait for a minute. Okay. I almost thought for a second that we were getting somewhere. Then I got kind of derriered on the back end. The back side here got kind of like, that's not Weller either. Did I even have a Weller in the bunch? Nope. Is that it? My nose is clouded now. Are none of these Weller? Wait. Sweet cherry. And yeah. I'm 84.5% sure that this is the Weller. Just by smelling them. Should I taste them in reverse order or forward order? Since I think that the last one's the Weller, maybe I should taste them in forward order. Because if I taste this after I think it's Weller, let's put myself at a disadvantage. Let's taste them this way so that this is the last one I taste. Then that way I'm all fudged up. Again, I'm trying to prove a point. Here's the first glass. That is actually kind of nice. That first glass has some redeeming qualities, but none of them lean towards a Buffalo Trace product whatsoever. It is kind of orangey a little metallic, but it's a nice oiliness to it, kind of nutty. If somebody brought me that and told me it was Weller, I would say that is the bullshit. That. Matt, yeah, me, yeah, sir, Cody, that's the bullshit. Second glass. Ooh. It's on the bench. That's Weller. I was wrong on the nose. Did I say that the second one kind of smelled like Weller? Crap. Okay, so maybe just nosing them out of pure friggin', what do you call it? When you're I was very overly, what's the word? Confident on the nose. This could go sideways. Oh, that's a nutty bugger. Wow. That is, and okay, whatever that is, that's got to be Larceny or Old Fitz. That is nutty. If anybody said that is, nope. Oh, man. It's like, give me the Weller, it's not the green stuff. Do you like me? That's right. She made it special. And we got to use it. You glad you missed the wheel? Do you not like the wheel? I do the wheel for you guys. The wheel's for you guys. To mix them up. And to add a little excitement in our lives. Arrogance, yeah. Okay, so I think this was the one I thought was Weller. This one. No. Okay, let's go back here. Oh man, that third one was, if anybody tried to pass that off as a Weller. First glass, I'd say that was the bullshit. Third glass, I'd be offended. Fourth glass. Wait, no. Yeah, third glass. This is the fourth one. Oh. Fourth glass. Ooh. Also a little nutty. Oh, man. Okay, glass 1, a shining star compared to glasses 3 and 4. There's not a chance in hell that I would ever be tricked by those two. Ever. Let me take a second. Let me get the nuttiness out of my mouth. Just turned on since the Cardinals are in rain delay. Cheers, everyone. Oh, well, you know what? Sometimes Mark McGuire needs a little bit of a break from the precipitation. Yellowstone 107 is as close to Antique 107 as it gets. $30 and available. It's incredible to buy. Really? Yellowstone 107. The wheel is hard on the blood pressure. It's just whiskey. The wheel is when it's like crazy samples that I get, or like that's when it gets, or like best whiskeys of the year. That's when it gets a bit sketchy. When I get a little bit nervous. Oh man. Your next JD pick, you need to bring the Wheel of Confusion and take a picture of it next to the whiskey for destruction. What? Oh, yeah. The destruction cam. Did you see my last post? Alan, I saw the first. Let me take a look back up. Scrolling back up, Alan. Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. Alan, with that being said, I did get the cheesy gold foil in Russell's 45th anniversary. I couldn't leave it on the shelf for him. Hells yeah! Pow, friggin'. That's sick. That's awesome. Kobe paid out the ass for his friggin' gold foil. Kobe sent me a text message. He's like, listen, they want $6,000 for a gold foil. And I don't know if I should pay it, so I'm asking you, and if you could text me back about this right away, I'd appreciate it. But it's not only the cheesy gold foil. They're also throwing in a couple bottles for the 6K. And I was like, what bottles, Kobe? And Kobe was like, well, they got Rebel 100 with a leaky cork, and they're thinking about throwing in a benchmark top floor. And I was like, Kobe, you spend your money like it's not money at all. You spend that money, and then you open that gold foil and you dump it on their floor and tell them that was the best $6,000 you ever spent. And Kobe, he didn't pour it on the floor, but he bought it. Kobe bought it. Kobe said he doesn't care about money at all. Kobe told me personally through text messages and the type of messages that delete themselves and nobody else can read them, whatever those are, that money basically grows on trees. And he could care less about it, or couldn't care less about it. Friggin' Jason Kobe, son of a bitch. Money bags over there, throwing it away. Doesn't give a damn. It's weird. Can't play 8K. I've been watching Trevor Bauer a little bit on the YouTubes. He is kind of freaking getting hosed by the MLB, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4. This one? 5. He does remind me of is it Nick Swardson, the comedian? Trevor Bauer reminds me of Nick Swardson, and I can't get it out of my head. Is Kobe still here, or did Kobe leave? Kobe left. He didn't want me spilling his... I'm sorry, Kobe. I'm sorry to spill all your beans. Whatever. This... Okay. I think 3 and 4 are Heaven Hill products. I think 5, I think just smelling this is Maker's Mark. Even though Maker's Mark cast strength doesn't have a very dairy thing to it, like most Maker's Mark, in this lineup, this kind of smells like a little bit of a dairy air. A little spider, you friggin'. Oh, sorry. I was wrong. That's probably sweet wheat. Lower proof. A little nutty still. Oh, Kobe did leave, didn't he? Bauer not being in the league is a travesty, right? Oh, there he is. I don't have kids. I just send Christmas cards, pictures of my bottles. He didn't spend that much money on it at all. It was a bundle deal. But I tried to talk sense into him. I was like, Kobe, that's a lot of money. Even though it wasn't 4 digits. It was still in the 3 digits. I was like, listen, that's a lot of money. And whenever anybody asks me, should they spend this amount of money on something? How the hell am I supposed to know? First of all, any sort of financial advice, I'm the last person you should come to. Okay? The last one you should ever ask for any sort of financial advice. Because I don't know what second of all was, but second of all was me just being like, I don't know. I don't know. How am I supposed to know how much you? I mean, I don't know. That's like if like a congressman or like a senator email me and they're like, "Hey, looking at spending like 13 mil on some property off the coast of friggin' somewhere. Should I buy it?" And I'm like, "Well, based off of your senator salary, I'd say no." They're like, "We'll actually get a little bit of from here and there too." I don't know finances at all. So when someone says, "Should I pay this for that?" I don't know. Just be careful and be smart. Don't be me. Travis says, "America, friggin' nice. Bank 5239. Just say, I'm not even on Windows 11. How should I know?" Kobe, $5 for financial advice. And that is how Kobe shows his frugality. Just like that. If that was a $500 super chat that said financial advice, I would really be upset at him. But the $4.99 shows that he's listening to what I said. Credit doesn't matter when you're dead. Spend away. Eric__B. That Windows 11 should be a free upgrade? Wait. Do I have to pay for Windows 11? I don't have to pay for it, do I? No, that's not true. I think Cam, the worst to give financial advice, all of us, we go broke. Listen, don't ever do what Cam does. I don't understand, but it's none of my business. You know what I mean? I'm just like, oh, Cam's got like friggin' a few Bitcoins or something somewhere. I don't know. Last one. This is one I thought was well around the nose. And on the nose, when I smell this, I could see that. Based off the nose, hear me out. This glass did trick me on the nose after smelling through. This was the sixth one I smelled, but even after tasting through 5 and smelling this, could I be wrong? Could 2 not be Weller foolproof? Could this be? I mean, I'm going to taste this and then we'll see. But the nose on number 6, I can see why I thought this was Weller foolproof right out of the gate. Oh, man. Who are you? Who do you work for? Huh. That's pretty good. Number 6 is good, although I don't think it's Weller foolproof. This is the only one out of the bunch that could potentially throw me for a little, like if I wasn't paying attention, if they put it in the rocks glass or something. And I didn't, if I'm paying Weller foolproof prices at a restaurant or a bar or something, and they bring it to me in a rocks glass, first of all, that's bullshit. And I'll call the bullshit hotline, 1-800 friggin' bullshit. But if they serve it to me in a tasting glass and then I went into it, there's lots of different aromas around, like steaks are cooking, they're friggin' fajitas are sizzling past your table, just and you're like, God damn, that's some sizzling fajitas. This on the nose could pretend, on the palate though, it's, hold on. Shit, that's good. It's a Weller foolproof though. It might be. back to 2. Shit. I've really built myself into a pickle here. Okay. 1 is out. There is a weeded product out there that could fool me, because on the nose, I thought for sure that it was 6. When I tasted 2, I was like, oh, that's Weller Foolproof. And then when I got to 6, I smelled it again. I was like, that's Weller Foolproof. And I tasted it and I wasn't so sure. So let me say this. I could be tricked into thinking that there is an alternative that's a weeded product. I could be tricked. It's funny because one of them smells more like it, one of them tastes more like it, but then I went back and tasted 2. Shit. All right. I'm going to go back to this one last time. This is 6. That smells, now it kind of smells like Makers. 2. I'm going to go with my gut here and say that number 2 is Weller Foolproof, because when I smelled 6, I thought it was Weller Foolproof. When I tasted 2, I was like, oh shit, that's Weller Foolproof. So I'm going to say that it's 2. 2 is Weller Foolproof. Now, let's find out what's not Weller Foolproof. I said glass 1 was not for sure. I'd call the bullshit a lot when someone tried to say that this is an alternative to Weller Foolproof, but it doesn't even taste anything like it. Guess? Ben Holiday? Holiday soft red wheat was glass 1. So that was out. Glass 2 is our that's what we think. To 3. 3 and 4 were nut bags. I think 3 is going to be larceny and 4 is going to be old fits, because 3 hit me with so hard of nuts. 3 is larceny. That is so focus. That is so not a well. No, you can't give somebody that, or anybody who makes a video that's like, I love whiskey and top alternatives to Weller. If larceny is in the conversation, don't listen to that person, because it doesn't matter what it's made out of. What it matters is what it tastes like. Right? Examples. Oh shit. Like friggin'. Like you gotta friggin'. You gotta. That's not good. You know what I mean? An alternative is something that reminds you of it or is like it. Something that could you just put in its place and you're like, oh, it's good enough. That's fine. Something that's completely different is not an alternative, even if it's made out of the same shit. Just saying. Oh, there's going to be a fishing vid, Thrasher. There's going to be a fishing video. There are so many. I'm going to drop some news on Patreon pretty soon about some stuff that there's going to be a lot of different things happening as far as like new content, tons of whiskey content, but also some new stuff that's going to be popping up. Fishing is going to be one of them. Cam's alternative to Weller is Old Rip. That's right. For sure. By the way, freaking Cam. Oh, there's a beep. Congrats to Cam, father of a brand new baby girl. So, Cameron, I know you're not watching because someone's sucking on your tit. Probably not the baby, because that'd be a fruitless effort. But, I don't know. Never mind. That was rude. Cameron, congrats on being a new parent. You are going to be... What if Cam stopped spending money on whiskey and just spent money on spoiling his daughter? Like the amount of, like, what if he's like, you know what? Today, I'm spending the entire 2025 BTAC secondary value on my daughter. And then she just gets diamond necklaces and brooches and friggin', what do we need all this jewelry for? We're friggin' 3 days old. I love you, Cam. You're the best. He had a Blade and Bow 22 I saw on his live stream last night. Friggin' sick. I want a Blade and Bow 22. Some of these streams could be done from a bass boat or the banks of a trout stream, which took to manage. You know what? It could happen. That could happen. A lot of channels do lives, and I tell you lives. You know what? There's so many. There are too many channels and only 7 nights a week. You just got to do it. People will choose who they want to watch live, and then they'll go back and rewatch streams. So I mean, like, even when there's only a handful of channels, the live streams, we kind of had to figure out. Like, the reason I started doing Fridays isn't because Friday's the best night to live stream. The reason I started doing Friday night live streams is because Friday was open. Later Friday nights was open. 10 p.m. Eastern Friday nights was available, so I took it. You know what I mean? Like, if I took 9 p.m. on a Tuesday and streamed against Dan and Sean, I would be like, that would have been good. But there's so many channels now and only 7 days in a week. You just got to do it, you know? You just got to do it. And anybody who thinks poorly of you because you decided to stream on a night that they're streaming, bitch, you don't own Tuesday. Motherfucker, you don't own Friday. You know what I mean? Like, you just do it. Pardon my language. He'll pay to fly Blippian for Christmas at his rate. The real Blippy, too, not even the fake one. We'll take you out, Maddie. Deep sea, inshore, the giant bass in South Florida, see Dan and Julie, and then come down further for the real fishing. Oh my gosh. I've never saltwater fished off of a boat. Like, maybe, like, you know. I can't rewatch the live stream because I can't talk shit. Kobe, you can't talk shit anyway. You don't own Smoke Jazz? So, Kobe can't talk shit anyway. Kobe thinks he can talk shit. Just right off my shoulders. But there are a few things he can say that hurt my feelings. I'm sure he knows what they are, and he avoids them. Where was I? 2. Shit. 3. Oh, no, we did larceny. So I think 4. This must be 4. I thought 4 was probably Old Fitz, right? Because 3 was larceny? Yeah. So this must be Old Fitz. Unless the nuttiness that I tasted on this glass was just a remnant off that glass. That's kind of, okay. Nice, and then nutty. This has got to be Old Fit 7. Shit. So far, I'm, 3 for 3? The only one I don't know if it's real or not is 2, which I think is Yeah, so 3 for 3. Now, I thought this one was, so that was 3. That was 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I thought was sweet wheat. So 6 must be Makers. This has got to be sweet wheat then. Friggin' sweet wheat. Gotta say, liked that a lot. The proof gave it away on the palate. It's lower proof, what, 90? So it comes down to this. This glass, 6, I thought smelled like Weller when I went through the lineup. I was like, oh, that's the one. I was a little hesitant at first. 2, I was like, oh, it's Weller. When I tasted it. I gotta do this. 2 is either gonna say Maker's Mark or Weller. Yeah. When I tasted it, I knew. But the Maker's Mark cask strength is literally one of my favorite weeded bourbons, the age-dated ones. And it has like literally none of the weird, nasty, like weeded, funky stuff that Maker's Mark has. Depending on the day, that might trick me. But if I did that backwards, remember how I said I'm going to make this hard on myself? So I smelled 6 and I said, I think that's Weller. Which way should I do it? Then I started with one. If I tasted that, if that was the first one I tasted, that might have just thrown that out the window. You know what I mean? 2 was Weller the whole time. So, out of a blind 6 pour lineup of weeded bourbons, I picked the Weller out. Friggin' nailed it. Great job, Matt. High fives. High fives. Knocks. Yeah, friggin'. Elbows, chest bumps, slaps on the asses. If you're okay with it. Picked out the Weller. But this is where it gets interesting. I did 6 weeded bourbons to find out if I could pick out the Weller out of 6 weeded bourbons that people say are alternatives to Weller. People on the internet. People who may or may not know what alternative means. If somebody was looking for an alternative Matt Porter in the bedroom to cuddle up on and whisper sweet nothings to into his ear, that doesn't make sense. Because everyone's made out of the same thing. Never mind. There are a lot of things that make sense but I just can't think of any right now. Just because there's wheat in the mash bill does not make it an alternative to Weller. That's my point. Get rid of this one. Now, the next flight is this. The next flight, I read a hold on there a minute, Matt. Boom, is this. The next flight is instead of 6. 6 makes it really hard to find the Weller because if you were to guess, there's a 1 in 6 chance, and a 1 in 5 chance is 20%. A 1 in 6 chance is less than that. I'm not sure 16 something. I don't even know the numbers, but the next flight is only 4 pours. I'll grab them. Four. Do you like Wheel of Confusion? Da-da-down. Bum, bow. Sha-sha-sha-sha. Ma-ma-ma-ma. Here we go. There's 4 on the board. 4 on the turntable. And, all right, the 4 pours we have in front of us are Weller Single Barrel, Eagle Rare 10-year, E.H. Taylor Single Barrel, and Blanton's. Can I pick the Weller out of this lineup? Just 4. If I were to guess, it's 25% chance. I have a better chance of guessing out of here. Oh. That one got a little loosey-goosey. Oh. Tray tables, upright positions. Okay, good. Setting them down. If you're just joining us, the reason for this is I have always said the best alternative to a Weller bourbon is any other Buffalo Trace bourbon, whether it's wheated or not wheated. The best alternative to a Weller is literally any other Buffalo Trace. So that's what we got going on here. 18 comments of Julie only makes tables for those that she loves. Should have included the Bardstown Wheated on this. I don't have an open one of those. The only Bardstown Wheated I have is like an unopened, like a special bottling of it that they sent me, which was really cool of them. But I don't think I own an opened Bardstown Wheated. But if I did, I would have picked that son of a bitch out of the lineup too. Pretty sure the Bardstown Wheat stuff is pretty nutty. The Weller is so cherry sweet Buffalo Trace profile. Rare Saint is a great weeder that could beat anyone. So I'm not saying that there aren't better weeders out there, because like Rebel 10 year, that was almost in the lineup tonight. Some of the Rebel 10 years and a lot of the older Old Fitzes are superior weeders to Wellers. They are. But if you love Weller and you go somewhere and you ask for a Weller, an alternative, it's like saying, can I get a Diet Coke? And they're like, is Diet Pepsi okay? Not really. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, not like, sure, I'll drink something totally different. It has 0 calories. It has wheat in the mash bill, but it's totally different. You know what I mean? Let me say this. There aren't a lot of diet drinks that taste like their calorie-powered counterparts, except for a couple. If you went into somewhere and asked for a Dr. Pepper, and they were like, shit, son, our friggin', listen, yo, our Dr. Pepper shit's fucked up. But we got Dr. Pepper Zero, we got Diet Dr. Pepper. Would that be okay? Hells yeah. They taste a lot alike. If they were like, yo, Dr. Pepper, out of that. Would you like a Pepsi? It's not exactly what I want at all. I want the flavor. That's my point. There's an alternative to something that is what you want, but it's just, you know. Should include for the alternative, Matt, they could call Jim Gaffigan. Jim Gaffigan. Pretty sure he either does not know who I am or he hates my guts. It's one or the other. Probably the first one. I'm in Clearwater, and one of the family ran store had a monopoly on stores, and they don't really get a turkey allocation, but they get Buffalo Trace and Jack Daniels. Nice. Ass slaps. That's right. I think you nailed them all. Yeah, I did. I think that the only out of that weeded lineup, to be fair, the sweet wheat at 90 proof, like that gave it away. It was just it was really, really good in that lineup, but it was such a lower ABV that like that kind of stuck out. But it was actually pretty friggin' easy if you think about it. The first one, like, what the hell is that? You know what I mean? Like, what the hell is that? Second one, oh, that's Weller Full Proof. That tastes like a Buffalo Trace. That's Weller Full. Third one, oh, boom, friggin' holy nuts, right? Fourth one, oh, kind of like still nutty, but not like directly being bashed into your face with nuts. Fifth one, oh, not lower proof, but nice and whatever. And then fifth one, working backwards, lower proof, kind of like not as big as anything. It's got to be the sweet wheat. The nutty one that's blasting you in the face with nuts, just getting nutted on hard, has got to be the larceny. The one that is still nutting but not as much is the lower proof, or version of that, which has got the old Fitz, same distillate, right? And if Weller Full Proof is 2, and the first one is what the hell is that? The what the hell is that has got to be the Ben Holiday, meaning that 6 is the only one left, which is Maker's Mark. It's not that hard. Or I'm just the best. I looked for my green. I have a Green River weeded around here somewhere, and I looked for it and I couldn't find it, Sweet Cindy. Sweet Cindy, couldn't find my Green River pick. I have your Crittenton samples all packed, but apprehensive to ship. People getting fines now. Fines with what and who and where and how. I have not heard of that. Fines. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, we'll call it. The glass 1. Little SJ on the Glen. Can I pick out a Weller product out of a grouping of 4 Buffalo Trace products? Can I pick out Weller Single Barrel? Let's find out. First glass smells sweet and cherry, light and fruity, lovely, smells like a Buffalo Trace product. Glass 2 on the nose. Similar SJ. Honestly, that sweet wheat was really, really good. A store not super local, but kind of local, has a 1792 12 year. I think those are being sent out, but they have it for $100. I'm like, should I buy that? I might go back and buy it. I've never owned a 1792 12 year, and I've liked them and I've tried them. What are you guys' thoughts on that? It'd be harder if you didn't know what was in there. Yes. But if I knew I ordered Weller Full Proof, that was the point. I knew the Weller Full Proof was in there. So if I'm expecting Weller Full Proof, I think my point is this. If I ordered a Weller product and somebody gave me something else, what is the better alternative? A different weeded bourbon or just a different Buffalo Trace product? That's the point of this. And I made it unfair towards myself with my thinking, because I only put 4 Buffalo Trace products in this blend, including the Weller, where there were 6 weeded ones. So yeah, I see your point, and I agree. It would be more difficult with not with the double blind, but I think the point of this is more like what's a better alternative. Several people have gotten $150 fines for shipping alcohol. Jason's one. Another posted he got 8 for shipping samples. How in the hell would they even know what's in the like? But that's freaking massage oil. Oh, does it say it's something like I don't know? That's weird. That's weird. I like the 12, we can't find them, but I like the 12, we can find them for $70. Yeah, blasted in the face with nuts. 792 12 year, a week or two ago, $55. $55. Shit, $55. Thrasher, he was down in South Florida. Second glass smells exactly like glass 1, but stronger. A stronger, more bold. But I was holding it in my hand longer. It could have been like the temperature of the whiskey. This just smelled like a stronger version of Buffalo Trace. Glass 3. Glass 3 smells a lot like 1 and 2, but with like a little bit of sharpness, a little bit of brightness, a little bit of like if the first glasses were talking in this voice, the third glass is talking in this voice. It's just a little bit higher, which had nothing to do with anything except for just trying to make a higher voice. That's what they just, it's like tingier. It's like pingier. It's like on a keyboard. It's like, it's like a ding, ding, ding. It's like a ding instead of a dung. It's a ding instead of a dung. You know what I mean? It's just higher. It's a ding instead of a dung. Which makes me wonder, could this be the Weller? Glass 4. That's my knee. I didn't fart. My knee just breaking blew apart. Glass 4 smells so much like the other 3, except for I think this might be the Weller. This has a little bit of a funk to it, a slight funk. I don't know if I were handed 1, 2, or 3 and they told me it was Weller, if I smelled it, if I would just be like, it's not that. In a lineup of 4 Buffalo Trace products, this might be the Weller. Or maybe shit. Okay. I think it's either 3 or 4. That being said, it could be 1 or 2. I don't know. Just by nosing these, I'm already in the boat that I thought I would be in, which is the boat where I'm like, these could just trick me immediately. If you handed one to me and you're like, this is a Weller product, if I just smelled it, totally believable. Now let's taste them. Tasting them could be a completely different story. Glass 1. Jason's not allowed to ship with UPS anymore? What the? I gotta call him. What did he do? Hey, I was just sending some Just sending some Nickski to my friend. What you mean? He's not how to. I've never heard of anyone ever being banned from it. Did he just straight up like put a label on a bottle or something? What the hell happened to Jason C? I gotta talk to you. William Miller, I can't see well enough to read the comments anymore, but happy. Just wanted to say that I'm not ignoring you, but have simple temporarily gone blind. Oh my gosh. Well, listen now reluctantly. What the hell does that mean? You've temporarily gone blind. See, like in a medical? Or like what? I hope that's not true. Or did that go over my head? William Miller. I almost try to speak more clearly because you're temporarily blind, but then I realized that that's not how blindness works. So I also want to speak more clearly because I mumble a lot, but I love you. And get that vision back, bro. UPS sucks. They charge me $8 to redirect a bottle of their store nearby because they're freaking signature. And they ask me to do me a favor, call me to tell me it's delivered. Freaking Cody, dude. It's just Cody. He got an email saying the bottle he shipped was confiscated, and then got a $150 fine 2 weeks later, and an email that he couldn't ship with them anymore. What do you mean he can't ship with them? Just put a different name. Jason Calori turns into Kason Jalori and ships from Brigham. But also, that's messed up. And also, that's why I don't ship alcohol. Ever. What's in the lineup today? In the lineup, what I'm tasting now is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. All the Central Florida people. That's not me. FedEx called me and told me to pick up a shipment I dropped off since it was a full liquid. All right. Jeez Louise. You better give Jason C a call to get the deets. That could impact. Okay, this is glass one. I like that. Is it Eagle Rare? Maybe. Is it Blanton's? Possibly. Is that E.H. Taylor single barrel? Could be. That's another thing. If you're at a restaurant or a bar and you order E.H. Taylor single barrel, literally any Buffalo Trace product will do. I don't know what that is. What I just tasted. I know it's a Buffalo Trace product. The only reason I know that is because I pour them into glasses. If I had to guess, I'm going to say that's E.H. Taylor single barrel. It's oily, it's big, it's thick. It has an extra level of depth to it. It kind of like hits a little bit deeper on the tongue of the like it kind of sinks. It busts through the first layer of the palate and kind of seeps a little bit deeper than I would imagine a Blanton's would do, or a 90 proof Eagle Rare 10-year. Let's taste the second glass. Son of a bitch. It's quirkier. What I smelled on the nose of the glass number 4 is what I'm tasting on the palate of glass number 2. It has this like a little bit of like the recipe was tweaked just a bit. Like there was like maybe a little more vanilla in that one, like a touch of vanilla extract that kind of threw off the ingredients. Like you're eating cookie dough and you're like, oh, you've got like batches of cookie dough and you're tasting them and you didn't care about salmonella because I don't think that exists, but it probably does. So don't ever take my advice about eating raw dough. But I've eaten a lot and I'm just fat. And I might have like Lyme's disease. I don't know. But that one just tastes like there was maybe a little extra vanilla put in it or something. Still super similar to glass one. And after tasting that, my initial guess of E.H. Taylor being in glass one is shot right in the dick. Right in the Richard. Because now I think 2 is E.H. Taylor single barrel. And 1 could be, well, shit. I don't know. Glass 3. Okay, this one is tingier, zingier. I think I said that before. It's like brighter, a bit shinier. I think this is Blanton's. Maybe a little younger. Maybe it's a little bit maybe lower proof. Still carries the same exact profile. It's just a little bit less thick, a little bit less voluptuous. It fills out its clothes a little bit less than expected. It ordered a large and it's a medium. Or it's a large and the large they ordered is just larger than the large that they're used to wearing. Clothes suck. But the first 2 were bigger and more bold, more like we're going to sit down and have a talk. The third glass was more of like, hey man, Dustin Poirier, don't beat me up. I don't want to fight you. I don't want to fight, bro. I need some backup, like a few units. If you haven't watched that video, it's kind of sad, but also kind of funny. Dustin Poirier called the people behind the gate at the airport hoes. Lion hoes. I wouldn't worry about anything else impacting that madness. Shut up, Kobe. You saw Kobe. I didn't mix it once. George C. Stagg and yeah, that probably tasted just like Buffalo Trace. The noise abatement. What's Toshi Bake talking about? Smart. I think that like super chat. There's a super chat. Shit, no. Oh, for freaking Toshi. What the hell's that all about? Oh my gosh. We gotta bring in our main man, Daniel Shook.
Another fucking super chat.
Toshi, heck yeah, Friday night mat fun, finally done with work and clean up after dinner. Time for a pour. Good man, cheers. Toshi, thank you. You are amazing and tons of love. Friggin' Toshi Bake. I wish that I could transport people. I wish technology was that. One day we'll have technology. You know how there's like people do live streams on TikTok and stuff where people are like, hey, this person wants to join your live. Do you want to let them do that? And you're like, no, I don't know them. What if at some point in the future I have never met Toshi and I want to give him a hug and I want to see him and I friggin' click on his name and I'm like, friggin' super send Toshi to my garage. And then it sends him a notification. It's like, hey, Toshi, Matt would really love for you to be in his garage right now. Would you like to be sent there through a black hole? you'll be there instantly. And he's like, no. Or, sure, that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm 41 years of age. I'm 41 years of age. Can that happen before the end of Matt? Can we just get people sent from other, like Travis Robeson? Oh my gosh. What if I could just transport Jason Kobe here, right here in studio? And by studio, I mean garage. Live singing his little jingles, his little songs. And he's doing it live, but he's right here. I send Travis Robeson from bumfuck Tennessee, pardon my language, mom, directly to bumfuck Colorado, pardon my language, mom. And I just punch him in the face and then send him directly back to Tennessee. Send him right back. Or Sean Paisley, sent right from Michigan, middle Michigan, and I make sure that he's handcuffed and just really tied tight so he can't. Then he gets here and I just lay into him. Not physically, but verbally. And he really wants to do something about it, but he can't because he's been hogtied. And I just send him back like that after I really tell him how I feel. Some good things. Mostly good things. All good things. I love Sean. Can we get some friggin' teleportation around here? Because I'm going to give Toshi Bake a huge hug. Toshi, I need to see you in person sometime and squish you like a little bug. Squish you like a little friggin' Toshi bug. I'll jump into a black hole. Why not? I bet it'll happen before Matt Madness is Jason Kobe, you son of a bitch. Jason Kobe, I'm bringing it. Kobe, you're dead, okay? And by that, I mean, we both suffered through kidney stones. Mine was only a couple minutes long. Yours might have been a couple weeks. But we share the same sort of freaking pain, friend. Not really. I think you really went through it. But I don't know. Where was I? Glass 4? Glass 4. This is the one that I thought could be Weller, possibly. It smells nice. Very, lively. And, oh, yeah, with a pumped up kiss, better run, faster than my Weller. It's very Buffalo Trace, very, could it be Weller? We don't know. At this point, we don't know. I want to make my point that a Buffalo Trace product is a better alternative to a weeded product when it comes to Weller, but I also want to prove that I'm the bomb and that I can find the Weller. So don't think that I'm just trying to prove a point. My point's already been made, but I do want to find the Weller here. As I said. If I did this blind first, I might have a better chance at this. 3 of these, I think, are E.H. Taylor single barrel. One of them, I think, is Blanton's. In reality, one of them is Eagle Rare, and another one is Weller single barrel. When I say I'm being 100% honest, that after tasting through these, I can say this. I think 3 is Blanton's. And I think that because of the proof. What do we have? Wait, shit, no. This is low proof too. Eagle Rare's 990 proof. Get out of there. You get out of there. You get out of there, because you're not in there. You don't belong in here right now. We're not talking about you, even though you're pretty good, Weller, for friggin' 79 old fits, you little nutty biatch. Major's mark, not a bad little thing. But we got this, which is 90 proof. Eagle Rare. Friggin'. That's not it. E.H. Taylor single barrel. It's a Bourbon Junkies pick. Isn't this thing? Then we got friggin' Blanton's and Weller single barrel. I think this is Blanton's. I don't know which one Eagle Rare is, which you'd think would make. I should be able to pick. It's lower proof. 100 proof, 90, I think. 93. Shit. This tastes lowest proof, but this can't be Eagle Rare. Nah, that's Blanton's. So we have 100 proof, 93 proof, 90 proof, and Weller single barrel's what? 97 proof. These three taste like E.H. Taylor single barrel. Back to number one. Is that the Weller? That might be the Weller. I didn't know it tasting it first. But after tasting through all of these, that might be the Weller. I'm going to say maybe the Weller. 2 and 4. Give myself a second here. Bringing ADHD whiskey, Blender Brain bottle t-shirt, drinking holiday weed from a Matt Madness taster glass, patiently waiting for Matt Madness 2027. Oh my gosh. You're amazing. And I mean that. It's happening. That sign's looking good. So blonde right now. Yeah. So you've noticed more than my children, or at least more than one of my kids. Thanks, Tristan Nolan. I think that maybe I'm going to go full Cisco. After blonde, Carissa said, she was like, what's this midlife thing? And I'm like, it's not a midlife thing. It's kind of just a joke. We have this sun in stuff just sitting on the dresser. And then I get out of the shower and I dry off my enormous body. It takes a while. And in that amount of time, I see the sun in on the dresser. And one day I'm like, huh. Right? What will that do to this hair? Not really. And then day 2 comes, day 3 and day 4. And then I'm like, didn't even notice a difference at all. But I was like, how long before I notice a difference? Because it's in there. And then how long before my kids notice? Well, it's breaking. And I stopped putting it in there a while ago. But I'm going to go full Cisco. Maybe it's the silver job, the SJ, the silver job in there next. Reminds me of when he was a little kid. I was a towhead, yeah. I did have friggin' white hair. Matt Madden's might be the best thing ever. Matt Madden's? What's that? You'd be Rye Fieri for Halloween. Take him to Bourbon Town. Rye Fieri. Oh, so this is intentional. I was joking. What do you mean, Thrasher? My blonde hair? I told you last week. I've been putting the sun in. I stopped, but I was putting the sun in stuff. It's like meant to lighten your hair a little bit, I guess. I just wanted to see how long it would take for my kids to realize that it was. But now, yeah, it is what it is. Okay, so this might be it. Or that might be it. That might be it. Let's go to 2 now. 2 is either Blanton's or Eagle Rare. Let's go to 4. Oh shit. Okay. I've had enough to drink tonight. I'm not gonna drink anymore. I have guesses. And here they are. Glass 1, I'm gonna say is the Weller. Glass 2, without tasting 2 and 3 again, it's hard to say. Based, you know what? Shit. Glass 1 is the Weller. Glass 4 is the E.H. Taylor. And glass 2 and 3, either the Eagle Rare or the Blantons. The reason that I'm a bit like about the Eagle Rare and the Blantons is the Eagle Rare that I have is not a regular Eagle Rare. The Eagle Rare I have is like literally other Eagle Rare bottles poured into each other. So Eagle Rare 10 year is a whole mishmash of Eagle Rare bottles poured into this. So it's not necessarily like the standard Eagle Rare offering. It's like we just went cray-cray and poured a bunch of Eagle Rare bottles into one Eagle Rare bottle. So it might be a bit of a mess. Anywho. You know what? I should know the difference. This is 2. This is 3. 2 left, 3 right. Three is probably the Eagle Rare. Yeah. I didn't even have to taste 3. 1 Weller, 2 Blantons, 3 Eagle Rare, 4 E.H. Taylor. But let me tell you this. If I ordered Weller Single Barrel and they brought me any one of these, I'd believe them. I would not there would be no protest. Let's find out if I'm right. Glass 1, I said, I think was, so let's skip that one because I thought that was Weller. So let's go directly to 2. 2, I thought was, what did I say, Blanton's was 2? Blanton's was 2. That was my guess. Whew. Blanton's. 2 Blanton's. 3 Eagle Rare. A mishmash of Eagle Rare. Boom, Eagle Rare. Hells yeah. E.H. Taylor, Weller Single Barrel. Glass 4 should say E.H. Taylor. Okay. Feels right. Ten blind pours. I went 10 for 10. That's pretty good. The weird thing about 1, which is the Weller, it's just when you have the other Buffalo Trace products next to it, it's just a little bit different. Like it's just a tinge different. There's nothing that screams weeder. There's nothing that screams different. There's nothing that's like apparent or like obvious. There's nothing that makes you go, oh, obviously that's that. I was not sure at all when I was doing the reveal. I was actually kind of surprised with myself. But if I put 2 other Buffalo Trace products in here and made it 6 blind versus 6 blind, like with the weeded, it'd be even more difficult. A little tiny bit of sourness, I think, gave it away. Just a little bit of, like, tiny bit of dairy, tiny bit of sour. Like, is that a... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's what gave it away. Other than that, though, that blind is way more difficult than the weeded blind. So when I say, and I have said, that when it comes to the best alternative to a Weller bourbon, if you cannot find a Weller bourbon, or if you are a bartender trying to trick somebody into thinking that they are drinking a Weller bourbon, the best alternative 100% is never, ever a different weeded bourbon. The best way to go about it, the best alternative, is just a different Buffalo Trace bourbon. For sure. 100%. Nailed it. Nice job. Never question. Too easy for what. You know what? It's weird though, because like, if you think of the Buffalo Trace lineup, honestly, like, okay, so Heaven Hill does it, Jim Beam does it, Turkey does it. Like, Turkey has one mash bill. Heaven Hill, yeah, Jim, like, the difference is young or younger, Heaven Hill or Jim Beam or Turkey tastes totally different than old Turkey or Jim Beam or Heaven Hill. Like, this oak influence gets imparted on those distilleries. Like, as they age, they get this oakiness to them, and then the young, funky nuttiness that is like immature Kentucky bourbon ages out. It's like it's this one thing and then it changes. Buffalo Trace is like, we're just dealing with the same shit over and over and over again. And they're just slapping different labels on it. As old as we can see, like, I've always said this, the oldest Buffalo, like George T. Stagg and William Lew Weller, Eagle Rare 17, they don't necessarily get oakier. I mean, they do. But the oak isn't a note that's like, holy shit, oak. It's just more Buffalo Trace. It's more complexity as far as like details of stuff, more oily, more full flavored and viscous, but it's the same flavor. It's just like, the best version of it is the concentrate. And then you water it down to the Buffalo Trace version that sits on the shelf at 90 proof, or a Weller Special Reserve. You know, they're different mash bills with the same flavor profile pretty much. They're just like weaker versions of it. So this flight was basically just like, okay, these two seem to be a little bit lower proof. Which one is more, like, has more of a backbone? That's how I picked out the Eagle Rare. And then there are two higher proof ones, E.H. Taylor, and then if this was E.H. Taylor single barrel and E.H. Taylor small batch, who the hell? Like, there's no way that I'd like be able to tell the difference between those over and over again. Even though the small batch is cheaper and should like get a lower price, like, it doesn't need a lot. It's the same proof, same, like, just, I don't know. Buffalo Trace is weird, and their marketing doesn't exist at all, except for like UFC Freedom 250 brought to you by Buffalo Trace, and everyone who's watching is either one of two people. One person who's like, friggin', man, like the freaking eagle at the weigh-ins was sweet. They don't even hear the Buffalo Trace ad. They don't give a shit. Or the people who hear the Buffalo Trace ad and they're like, oh shit, they're spending money on the UFC thing. That's cool. Other than that, their marketing doesn't exist. It's basically just word of mouth and people pumping up people. Another fun flight would be no weeders, just a variety, a mishmash of Buffalo Trace products that like are around the same proof, that one of them's more expensive. Like, it's such the same thing. There's nothing different. Like, it's literally the label. One of them comes in a grenade style bottle with a horse on top. Another one has got a guy in that little hat on it. Then there's a Rock Hill Farms that nobody sees, but if you see it, you'll pay out the ass for it. It's got a horse on it, but it's not got a horse topper. I don't know. Buffalo Trace is smart. I don't even think that they did it on purpose. I think Buffalo Trace just got lucky and got popular out of luck. Still pretty good, though. Still pretty good. Infinite Eagles. Oh, my gosh. I'm so far behind. I'm sorry. Sometimes it's getting to blabbing. I think you could pick out plans between Buffalo Trace, ETL blends, and Benchmark Single Barrel. If I had a flight of Buffalo Trace, Elmer T. Lee, Blanton's, and Benchmark Single Barrel, this is how I'd approach it. If the name of the game was you will win money if you were able to identify each one, I would say, I've got these four in front of me. First of all, I want to find the worst one, the one that's grainiest, the one that tastes the youngest and is the most harsh. That'll be the benchmark. Then I want to find next the one that is simple, the one that's the most simple, basic, smooth, just like a non-existent one. And that'll be the Buffalo Trace. At that point in the game, if somebody said you got 2 correct and you have 2 to go, you can take half the money and leave, or you can get double the money to continue with your guesses. There's no way, to me personally, that I could tell you for sure the difference between an Elmer T. Lee and a Blanton's. Like, it'd be a guess, a toss-up. And I think a lot of the times there would be, like if we did this with several different Blanton's, Elmer T. Lee's, and Buffalo Traces, a lot of times a Buffalo Trace would probably fall into a spot that I thought was a Blanton's or an Elmer T. Lee. So, no, like, shit, I don't think I haven't opened Elmer. I don't. No. I wouldn't like my chances doing that. If I got those correct, it'd be luck. And I would not be able to repeat it over and over again. They're the same mash bill, right? Like the Elmer T. Lee and the Blanton's and the Buffalo, they're all the same mash bill, I think. I could be wrong. Like, I don't dive that deep into the mash bill thing, mash bill 1, mash bill 2. But one of them is 93 proof, Elmer's 90 proof. I think that's it. Buffalo Trace is 90 proof. Shit, I don't know. Hey, Mark, I'm an actress here. What's up? You gave a kidney for your Rock Hill? Oh, shit. Damn. That's a lot of kidney. Buffalo Trace is the Porsche of bourbon? I don't know. Porsches are pretty, like, I've never driven a Porsche, but it kind of seems sweet. Whiskey Miner never doubted your ability. Hey, I will be in a UP next week. On the 1st, I'll be in Moore, Michigan. On the 2nd, I'll be in the UP. If I do not see you while I'm in the UP this time, it's not my fault. As a matter of fact, Whiskey Miner, this is something that I need to bring up. I brought it up to Kenny, and I didn't want to like dig too deep into it because Kenny is sweet, and I just don't like bringing up negative shit. But you were in Kenny's wedding. Kenny, who sat right here next to me, picking out a bush light out of a flight of beers, effortlessly, not a dab of sweat on his forehead. And all I wanted to do was meet you, and you big timed me. I wanted your autograph, and you said no, without even saying it. So if I don't see you this time when I'm in the UP, we're in a friggin' fight. Not physically yet, but a fight nonetheless. Both lands in Amatili are mashable number 2. Yeah. See, so it's what, a 3 proof point difference? Shit, I don't know. If I spent my life tasting Elmers and Blantons, then maybe, but no, I can't. That's going to do it for the stream. I love you very much. Patreon, if you are out there, I'm sorry for not being there a lot. Things are going to change very quickly. Very soon, you're going to get updates from me, and things are going to happen quickly, and you're going to see a lot more of me on Patreon. Look forward to that, because I look forward to it. Other than that, over the next 2 weeks, content on the channel, I don't know. I've got 2 videos shot that have to be edited and then uploaded. One of them is almost done. But I'm going to be on a little bit of a vacay. But on that vacay, I might get a little thumb up my ass. And by thumb, I mean, what do people say when they get a little inspiration? I don't know. Thumb is fine. I might pump up more. I don't know what the next 2 weeks are going to look like, but I promise you this. Once I get back from Michigan, shit's going to get bigger and better, and I've got some ideas that I'm rolling around with. Madness is going to happen. I don't know if I need 2 weeks to recharge and like just get back to being me, or if I'll find myself along the way and just friggin' rock it tomorrow. But I appreciate all of you. I love all of you. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for sticking by my side, being a part of this whole journey. You've all changed my life. If you're watching this, if you see this, you've made my life a billion times better than I could ever imagine it being. And I can't say thank you enough. Thank you. That's not enough. All right. I'll see you guys later. I'm not sure when the next live stream will be. I'm going to bring my camera stuff on the road trip, because if I get the chance to live stream, I will. Shit gets weird when I'm on the road. So I can't promise anything, but I want to do it. So we'll see if I can do it or not. I'm out of here. Love you all so much. I got a truck to pack. I got some extra clothes to pack. I got a bunch of shit to do tonight, and it's holy shit. Getting late. So I got to do all this shit and then get to bed so I can drive all day tomorrow with a level head. That rhymed and made sense. Thrasher, you the best. Kobe, if you're still here, there you are. Kobe, freaking gangster. Patroon is overrated, says Keith. Totally agree. Patroon is overrated. And that's going to do it for tonight. Love you all. I'm out of here. Hugs and kisses. Mostly hugs, though. Unless, of course, you want to kiss, in which case, endless supply.